The Yom Kippur War of October 1973 stands as a pivotal moment in the tumultuous history of the Middle East, as Egypt and Syria, bolstered by support from various Arab and even non-Arab nations, launched a surprise attack on Israel. The conflict took on a new dimension deeply intertwined with the geopolitical dynamics of the Cold War. This essay delves into the intricate web of alliances, the role of superpowers, and the emergence of diplomatic initiatives that followed the war, ultimately leading to the beginning of the peace process. By 1973, the Arab-Israeli conflict had become enmeshed in the broader Cold War rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. The support of these superpowers for opposing sides, Israel backed by the US, and Arab states supported by the Soviets, exacerbated tensions in the region. The Yom Kippur War further highlighted this alignment, with the Soviets aiding Arab nations and even Cuban forces entering the fray. In the aftermath of the conflict, U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger emerged as a key figure in shaping the direction of negotiations. Despite American support for Israel, Kissinger recognized the need for concessions and initiated efforts to broker a ceasefire and commence negotiations. His pragmatic approach underscored the necessity of addressing Arab grievances while ensuring Israel's security. The passage of UN Resolution 338 marked a significant turning point, mandating an immediate ceasefire and the start of negotiations aimed at achieving a just and lasting peace in the Middle East. This resolution, backed by both the US and the Soviet Union, laid the groundwork for diplomatic initiatives to follow. Surprisingly, Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev's call for negotiations with Israel signaled a shift in Moscow's stance, urging Egyptian President Anwar Sadat to explore diplomatic avenues. Despite Sadat's past anti-Semitic rhetoric and alignment with the Soviets, geopolitical realities compelled him to consider a new approach. Recognizing the changing dynamics and eager to secure Egyptian interests, Sadat embarked on a diplomatic gambit. By agreeing to negotiations and eventually visiting Israel, Sadat aimed to leverage international support while pursuing Arab demands for the withdrawal of Israeli forces from occupied territories. Sadat's historic visit to Jerusalem in November 1977 captured the world's attention and raised hopes for a breakthrough in the Arab-Israeli conflict. Addressing the Knesset, Sadat combined conciliatory gestures with steadfast demands for the complete withdrawal of Israeli forces from occupied territories. Despite Sadat's diplomatic overtures, skepticism and opposition persisted within the Arab world, particularly among staunch anti-Israeli factions. His willingness to engage with Israel drew condemnation from some Arab leaders, reflecting deep-seated divisions and ideological tensions.